Well, welcome to August. Again, if you were here last week, you heard my talk got displaced because I was going to Asilomar. And I spent the week with my significant other, Chris, at Asilomar, the happiest place on earth. It is not Disneyland. That's a good place, but Asilomar. And I want to encourage you, if you've never been, or if you've been and you want to go back, they're doing it again next year. It cost about $1,500 for the week, and it will knock your socks off. This was my 26th year. I knew when I went there for the first time what I was going to do every summer. And I've skipped like one or two here and there, but man, I have some goodies brought back for y'all. And, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, right? This is what I like to, this is my new bumper sticker. Respond with love. Respond with love. Respond with love, okay? Let's get that on video. Respond with love, okay? So, I have one on my car, and this one is going on my Jeep. So you could probably find one, though, or make one yourself. They only had enough for us there at the conference. So you got to go to Asilomar next year. You got to, to get it. But we're talking about healing. What a time to talk about healing, right? And I have some new information for you about healing that I learned last week, so it's an exciting time to be here. I'm glad you all showed up this morning because I want to share this with you. You know how sometimes we talk about that there's an ocean of power. Source, Christ consciousness, Jesus Christ's energy, goddess energy. There's a source, and if we see it as the ocean, and if a wave appears out of that ocean and a little mist comes off the top of it, a little droplet of ocean, that we can see ourselves as that drop. You agree? That drop is still part of the ocean. Do you see yourself as that? That means that you are part of the source. It may be taken out of the ocean, and if you look at it under the microscope, it has the same qualities, right? Well, at the week at Asilomar, we talked about this idea. This is from Rumi. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Think about that. You are the entire ocean in a drop. What does that mean? It means that I am not just a human being having a spiritual experience, but each one of us is God having a human experience. We have, as what we are, the allness of God. So our tagline for this teaching is change your thinking, change your life. It's on our magazine. And we are taken deeper to don't just change your thinking, change your belief. We think all the time, but it's when we change our belief, how we be in life, that we can change. Changing our thinking is one thing. We can change our thinking. I start to think more positively. But we have to be more positive in the world. And right now, the world is calling for us to hold that. We need to respond with love. If we respond with the same energy that created the challenge, we're part of the same energy of the challenge. And we need to, as we talked about this morning in the book study, not confront it head on, we need to walk up next to it and put our arm around it and say, there's another way. There's a different way to look at this. Just introduce the idea of the question. So, while we were there, we talked about 5 different questions I'd like to ask you. So, if you'd like to just take a moment and think about these questions. I'll be repeating them at the end, but think about this. Number 1, why am I here? Why am I here? Now, not necessarily in this room today. I know you got yourself here because you wanted an experience. But why am I here on this plane of existence at this time with all this stuff going on? Because you are part of the answer. You are part of the love that needs to be magnified to introduce the healing consciousness. Maybe you have your own idea of why you're here, and that's your business, but you are here for a reason. God doesn't make any extra parts. Like my dad giving me the bicycle on Christmas, he'd give me the bike and a bag of extra parts, right? I didn't know where these went, so here you go. Question 2. What wants to know me? What wants to know me in this plane of existence? What wants to know me? Just let that sit for a second. Because there's something to be known. If you knew it already, you would not be here. You would have shuffled on to the next coil of existence somehow. But each one of us is not complete in why we're here, or we would be in the next, whatever you choose to believe it is. So, what wants to know me? Is it more love? Is it more peace, more understanding? It's a great question, isn't it? What wants to know me? Which leads us to question 3. What wants me to release it? What wants me to release it? Is it a memory of something that you've been hanging on to that no longer serves you? I don't know what it is for you, but what wants me to release it? To let go and let God in completely. Interesting question. I love these. Number 4. What is mine to do right now? Not a 20-year plan, what's gonna happen eventually if I start now. What is mine to do right now? And what I came up for me when I searched was I need to live now and start enjoying now. Because I was living in the past, celebrating or cursing something that had happened, or doing the same in the future of what it could be or what it should be or what I want it to be, and the now moment was gone because I was living in 2 different places instead of now, instead of enjoying the rain last night. You know, I mean, we had our windows open and that smell of the wetness came in, and it was like, you know, a tropical summer rain. It's just one of those, you know, experiences that I got to live in that moment. So what is mine to do right now? It has something to do with love. Respond with love. Question 5. Do you know how great you are? Do you know how incredible you are to be wearing this spacesuit that you're wearing right now? Your soul is wearing a spacesuit. It's complete with everything to move about this plane of existence in comfort and joy. And, maybe we have our little challenges. That's part of the experience. I got my hip that's telling me things, right? But do we know how good it is? Do you know how great you are? And I mean great. If you are the ocean, how great is it that you are source energy? You're not just a part of the source. You are the source itself. That means that you hold within you the same power that the energy that created this and everything else has. But it's only ours when we act the part. It's only ours when we begin to know it's there. You've got to know it's there. If you don't know where you're going, you can't get there. I'm sorry, but you can't just happen out your front door and say, wow, I ended up here. What a coincidence. We don't believe in coincidences. There's only on purposes. And you are on purpose. You are here on purpose. You signed a contract that you may have tried to get out of. I know I did. I just wanted to throw it all away. I didn't like how this game was being played. Because I got hurt. I got hurt bad. I fell down. I just wanted to cash in, Cash it in. I did not know who I was. Forgive me, for I do not know who I am. Which leads me to my talk today. So what I'm doing is I'm taking last week's talk and I'm putting it into this week. So we're going to be a little bit behind, but just stay with me. It's all about healing consciousness this month. So if you want to know a little bit about healing, let's talk. Healing is the revealing of truth. First, we have some forgiveness work to do. And it's not out there. It's right here. We need to forgive ourselves, number one, first. For anything that you have perceived or possibly known you have done that's been out of alignment with the whole. Because we do. Go ahead and do a blanket forgiveness right now. Just say, I forgive. I forgive. I forgive myself. I forgive myself, for I knew not what I was doing. If you had known, you would have made a different choice. And now that you know, you can make a different choice. So start with forgiving yourself. Hurt and its pain are very important parts of the human experience and a byproduct of human relationships, as well as love, depending on our perception. They let us know when change is required. Okay? So you have, let's say that you have a cut. First you experience the pain of the cut. It might bleed. Blood is red for a reason. Right? If it was clear, we wouldn't know. God made it red so that we would know. And then what do? We clean and we dress and we treat it. Now, if you're self-taught like I am, my mom taught me hydrogen peroxide, Neosporin, bandage, and a kiss. And that kiss was more important than anything else, I tell you. If I didn't get my kiss, I was not going to heal. I like the Band-Aid for some reason, like I was some tough guy. But we also do treatment. in knowing that we can heal. Something within us knows that we can heal. That's why we dress it. If we didn't know we could heal, we would just bleed out with the first cut and be done with it in next life, right? That's where you want to go. But we treat it. We get rid of anything that's in there, and we stop anything from getting in there, and we treat it with love. Treat it with love. We need to do the same thing in our lives with the emotions that we've hurt, don't we? We need to identify that we've been hurt, try to take steps so it doesn't happen again, and ask it, what is mine to know through this hurt? What is your message? Don't put your finger in the car door when you're shutting it. Move your finger back a little bit. Whatever your message is. But there's a message. Hurt and the pain in the physical body are to remind us that we are in danger. If we just mask the hurt with pain pills or whatever, we're not addressing the root of the problem. We need to get back to the cause of our pain, address that, and make an amend, and move towards love. Move towards love. Respond with love. What would love do? What would Jesus do? What would Ernest do? What would love do? And I'll tell you that love, if it can't respond with love, fall silent. Fall silent. We don't need to match the energy with another challenge. Oh yeah, well you think that's bad? You don't, let me tell you. And what have I done? Oh yeah? Let me tell you what I think about that. Boom, 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 big, big, big. You ever said, I don't have to take that from you? I don't have to take that. Well, when you're saying it like that, you have taken it. You have taken it. I don't take that from anybody. I'm not taking that from you. No, we might say, that's not mine. I choose not to take that in consciousness. That's where you are. You may not say this to the person, but you might think this. This is where you are in consciousness. I wonder what inner hurting is happening that's making you lash out because of your own inner hurting. And say a prayer. Back into alignment, follow our teaching, respond with love. And if you can't say something loving, as it's one of the basic rules our parents taught us, can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. But think something nice at least. That's the tough part. We go, oh, if I were to say what I'm thinking. But if we're all one, if there's only one of us here and I'm cursing someone, who am I cursing? Myself. Forgive them, for they know not what the hell they're doing. Walk on and respond with love. Can you do that? I think you can. We need to do that, don't we? More and more, and every day, in every way. We all have a history of times when we have experienced a challenging situation and been hurt. It's part of the human experience, unfortunately. I don't know why, but there's something there for us to learn. The loss of a relationship or a disappointment of some sort because of our attachment to a desired outcome. Ooh, there we go. There's the rub. I had put all my eggs in that basket of you. You did it. Who put the eggs in the basket, though? I did. We need to be attached to the journey of love, not the destination. We so want it to happen a certain way. I'd be okay if it wasn't for their situation. They did it to me again. You know why you're hurt? It's because you're hurtable. You're hurtable. You put yourself in a situation where you could be hurt. So, and we're complaining about them doing it to us, and we're the one that did it to ourselves. It's just a misperception. Take your power back. And I'm saying this for myself. Take my power back. It's okay if that's how you want to respond, because that's yours. I'm still going to respond with love, because that's where the power is. The source is love itself. We cannot maintain this storehouse of hurt and expect to maintain health and happiness in our lives. Arthritis has been called bottled hurt. We must find a way to release our pain in a positive and constructive way. My dad would say, go out and kick the trash can if you're all upset about something. Don't take it out on us because you're upset. Make it into something positive. Go out and make some bumper stickers that say, respond with love. See, anger is a good energy if it's put in the right direction that causes you to move into a healing energy. As long as it moves you into something positive, anger can be a very good thing. It's when it's used for destructiveness that it becomes more toxic. But when it motivates you to move into love, I got so angry I fell right into love. Can you do that? Can we do that? And it's a quick shift in consciousness, but we need to, I'm just planting the seed of love here. We need to start thinking about more love energy, or we're part of the challenge. Your TV is a prayer request box. Change a channel. Or look at it with love. Resentment comes from the word resense, or to refeel our pain and hurt over and over again. We lose control over our feelings and become controlled by the ravaging effects of the pain. Is your life being shaped by your memory of your hurt? Mine was. It happens. Get over it. Now, I don't mean to minimize any terrific challenge that you may be walking through, but this is to not give it any more energy to hold you back from responding with love. Whatever happened, happened. It brought exactly the energy that you needed in that moment for you to see it rightly, to invite love in. The more you stay in the pain and the hurt and the challenge, what seeds are we planting? Hurt, pain, challenge. We need to plant seeds of love. Wherever we see hurt, pain, challenge, plant seeds of love. Getting back to the 60s, right? Peace and love. But they had something there. Let's not forget that stuff. There was something going on there. What if I were to stand before you face to face and have you give me your pain? And in giving it to me, you would relinquish all memory of it. You would completely forget what happened. The pain would be gone forever. You would never remember it. Something inside you might be saying, whoa, wait. That's my pain. That's my pain. I'm not spontaneously eager just to give it up that quickly. I've been nursing this for a while. It's kind of become part of me. It's my story. What would I say to people? Yeah, think about it. And again, I'm calling this on myself because, boy, I want to tell everybody about what my pain was. Don't you know they did that? How could they? In letting go, you know that you've had a healing when you've forgotten it. When you wake up in the morning and it's not the first thing you think about. Now, grieving is a whole different energy because sometimes it's, I still think about my mom and dad. and people that have made their transition, I miss them. I may always miss them, but it's not the sting anymore. It's the grateful of what we did have experience. Of, you know what? God, thank God I had the experience of knowing that individual. And that's where my energy goes. So why are you here? Why am I here? Why are we here? It's got something to do with love. If you can get love into the equation somehow, you are on the path. If it's about revenge or pain or hurt or sorrow, sometimes that's where we need to come from. But hold love somewhere. Hold love as an opportunity. At least introduce it to your mind. That's what I'd like to do today. Is, why are we here? What wants to know you? Peace, harmony, bliss wants to know you. What wants me to release it? Bless you. Memory, something I've been holding dear to my heart that upset me really bad. But it's my pain. Don't touch my pain. It's mine. What if it was gone? Can you let it go? What's yours to do right now? What's yours to do right now? Maybe it is letting go of that pain. Maybe it's having a good cry over it one last time and going, you know, that really hurts. But I'm ready for the love. I'm ready for the love. Can you let the love in? Can you let the love in? The love is like a beach ball underwater. You ever try to hold a beach ball underwater? You know? It's gonna come up. Let it up. Let it go. Let it bubble up. Maybe your pain has, suppressed it for so long that it's losing its air and it's coming up. It's going to come up. It's coming up to let it out. Let it out. We need it right now. We need your love. You're part of the puzzle here. You're not just a drop in the ocean, you're the ocean. We need you. If you can't hear the call right now, I don't know how much louder it's going to get, but boy, I'm ready for the love to start happening, right? So turn away from what doesn't work. And this isn't to deny what doesn't work. If energy flows where your attention goes and I'm on the problem, I'm part of the problem. I need to embrace love. Ah, love. Right? Love. Love yourself. Love your dog or your cat or your garden or something, but start loving something. Turn away from what doesn't work, again, not to deny it, but to send love. What is yours to do right now? Right now, what is yours to do? It's your decision. But we have something to do. If we didn't have something to do, we wouldn't be here. So we need to get an action plan. How can you get more love in your life? Start forgiving yourself and loving yourself. And finally, do you know how great you are? You are the cat's meow. You are God. Now, if I stood up here and said, I am God, and you're not, that's where there's a challenge. When I say, I am God like everybody else, separation has diminished, and we've all become one. And that's when we can move on. That's when we can move away from what doesn't work. But that's why we're here, partially. So I'll end with this. I have pages more, but our time has come up. Don't let a temporary feeling or experience rob you from a permanent blessing. All this is temporary. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's all small stuff. Again, this isn't to minimize, but let's get some perspective. Who are you? That's why we're here, is to figure it out. So I'll tell you, my oceans, I know who you are. You can't hide from me, God. I know who you are. So come forth. We need you now. And so it is. It's time for our healing prayer. So I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness, what do you believe yourself to be? The energy of healing is surging right now. It is love personified. Each one of us is a divine expression appearing to be separate in this moment, but at the root of us, we are all one. There is only one of us here. It is the power of love expressing itself as the countless appearances on this plane of existence. I invite you to look at your walk, what you are working with right now, what you are walking through right now, and look at it as healed. Bring the love of healing energy into your situation right now. How good it feels to feel the tingle of harmonic energy surging through us as all that we are. And as we turn into love, that love is activated and starts to trickle into all that we are. Love. 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 So we grasp that love and we say, yes, absolutely, I believe in love. And I know that something wonderful and creative is happening through whatever I'm walking through. I know it has a gift of understanding for me, and I take that gift. And if I haven't gotten it, I ask it to give me its message again. Give me your love. Give me the truth. For as we claim our truth in every situation, we walk forward. We walk on, sharing this with the rest of the ocean. And when the ocean knows that it's only one, it can have countless waves, countless spray and droplets as the ocean itself. So as we claim our healing right here and right now, I may not know what you're walking through, but I know God knows. As we see it as healed, as whole and complete, something wonderful bubbles up. And the healing essence of all that we are flows over like a fountain into this world. Hence, everything and everyone is part of the healing, regardless of the appearance. I choose to know that healing is happening by means of each one of us, and I let go. Giving great thanks for the message, the healing, the revealing of the truth. Thank you God for being God in me, as me, as we let go and release this word directly into the living, loving law of God, where I know it is already done, as we affirm it together by saying, so it is.